Okay, was that everything? Oh, no, I forgot the most important thing. So if you've been watching Tumblr tutorials for any amount of time, you probably see crafting rooms and spaces filled with so many materials and supplies. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh my God, do I need to go out and buy all this stuff just to make a cup? It's so expensive. Well, today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you all the things that you actually need to make a glitter tumbler, and I'm gonna break down the cost. If you're wondering if it's an investment you wanna make, stay tuned and hopefully this video will help you out. The first thing you're gonna need when you're trying to make a glitter tumbler is a cup. So I get my cups from the Stainless Steel Depot. I get Hog tumblers. I think this is about $8, but you also have to pay for shipping unless your order is over, I think, $120. So if you're just starting out and you don't want to place this huge order for cups that you don't know if you'll actually use, I recommend heading to Walmart or Amazon and picking up a built tumbler. These are really great tumblers, really great quality. This is a 20 ounce. They come in these different colors, which is actually kind of nice because then you don't need spray paint to like base paint it. And they work just as well as the one from Stainless Steel Depot. Just as an example, this is a cup I made with a built tumbler. They definitely work just as well as everything else. Just make sure you prep it correctly, which I can make a whole other video on, but there are other videos on YouTube that can help you with how to prep a cup properly. The next thing you're gonna need if you're thinking about making a glitter tumbler is epoxy. I use Alumilite. This is actually the quick coat epoxy. I'm gonna put it down because it's sticky. I use Alumilite and I like this because it's easily available. I can just run to Hobby Lobby and grab a box, and it's not super expensive. It's $17.99 for a box that comes with an 8 ounce bottle of part A, an 8 ounce bottle of part B, some measuring cups, and some popsicle sticks. And maybe some gloves, I don't remember. There are other epoxies you can try. I know CC DIY is one, KS Resin, and there are so many more that you can work with. I just choose Alumilite because, like I said, it's easily available and it works well for me. The next thing you're obviously gonna need is a cup turner. This is mine. I've got my little gizmo on there. This is one of mine. It's also covered in epoxy, which is not very attractive, but I love my cup turners. I have 4 of the exact same kind, and I get this from Amazon. I started with a wooden cup turner that was super inexpensive on Amazon. You can get them for $20. You build them yourself. It's not hard. And I think it's a great option if you're just trying this out and you don't want to invest too much money in it. It's going to work just the same as the other cup turners. It's probably just not going to last you as long. Mine lasted 6 months and these ones have been going strong for at least a year. They're metal, so they're not going to break. If you go with the cheaper wooden option, you're going to get some PVC pipe to go with it and some foam to go inside. So you just slide onto the PVC pipe and then put your cup on it. It's going to come with your turner. Now, if you go for my favorite, which I'm gonna link in the description, everything's gonna be linked in the description, but I'm like, it's no affiliate links or anything like that. It's just what I recommend. This one in particular generally comes as a set. The exact one I got isn't available right now because Amazon is so weird. It changes all the time. But I will link one. It's this exact same turner, but it comes with all the accessories you're going to need, which is really awesome. And it's only $45. It even comes with epoxy. I've never tried it. I don't know how good it is, but it's definitely something to consider. You can get a whole starter kit for $45 on Amazon. So it might be worth a try. Mine came with the turner, I think 3 PVC pipes, I think 2 of the foam inserts. I cut them in half or sometimes thirds because I don't need them that big. When they're really big and thick, they don't fit into the cups. It also came with gloves, popsicle sticks, measuring cups, like big measuring cups, a silicone mat, and a silicone brush. I was like over the moon. I was so excited about everything it came with. Okay, so let's talk about the miscellaneous category. This is where things kind of start adding up, but you definitely can get these for super cheap if you just kind of shop around. The first thing you definitely need are gloves. Now, a year ago, these were so expensive because we needed them for nurses and doctors dealing with COVID. Now they're much easier to find and purchase. I think a box now is about $10 to $12. This time last year, it was like at least 20. So definitely get gloves. You do not want to touch epoxy with your bare hand. Not only is it dangerous, but it's also sticky and gross and hard to get off. The next thing you're gonna need is popsicle sticks to stir your epoxy. Obviously you can get them at the dollar store for $1. I recommend it. I get mine in bulk through Amazon. Bulk is really hard to say, especially with a word coming after it. Anyway, I buy a pack of 200 on Amazon for less than $5. You're also gonna need measuring cups. I know you can get these at Walmart for pretty cheap, but again, just get mine on Amazon. It's super easy for me. I have 3 kids. I don't like dragging them into a store for something as small as measuring cups. So take your pick. I think I got 100 of these for $10 or $7, something like that. I'll have all the totals at the end of the video. So that's what you need to actually make the cup. But you're also gonna need things to clean it up because we don't want spray paint on the inside or epoxy on the inside. We don't want rough edges and bumps. So the things you're gonna need for that, again, are pretty inexpensive. You're gonna need sanding blocks or sanding paper, which you might already have at your house. You can get it at Hobby Lobby for $2.99. You can get just like an assortment of different sandpaper sheets. I recommend that. I think that's what I did when I started. Now I have sanding blocks. They're just easier. Then you're gonna need acetone. This scared the crap out of me when I first started making cups. I was so afraid of acetone for some reason. It's really not a big deal. You can get this big container. I get it at Ace Hardware for $10 for this big thing. I'm sure you can get it other places cheaper, but that's just what's convenient for me. And this thing lasts forever. And then the last thing you're gonna need is a crafting knife. This is good for cleaning up your edges and getting any epoxy that gets on the inside of the cup. My favorite is the Cricut. It has a specific name. I'll have it linked down below. I think this was under $15 for this knife, and I love it. It's my favorite. I'm obsessed with it. If you don't want to spend that much on a crafting knife, you can get this cheap one. It was $5, I think, at Hobby Lobby. This is what I started with, and it works just fine. Okay, was that everything? Oh, no, I forgot the most important thing. Okay, and then the most important part of making a glitter tumbler, the glitter. There are a ton of different places you can get glitter at. My favorite is Glitter Chimp. You have to order online unless you're lucky enough to have a supplier nearby. There are no suppliers in Pennsylvania, which is not okay. I didn't start with Glitter Chimp. I started with Hobby Lobby glitter. This is actually the first glitter I bought. This is $3.50 for an entire bottle that will last you a long time. I also like the Doris glitters that you can get on Amazon. These are, I don't know, $3 to $6 each as well. It's a really great starter glitter, and I definitely recommend starting with an ultrafine glitter. It's gonna be easier to apply, easier to epoxy, easier to sand. It's just gonna make your life a lot easier than using something super chunky. So definitely start with an ultrafine and see how you like it, make a sample tumbler and see what you think. So now that we went through everything that you're gonna need to start making tumblers, let's figure out the cost of everything.
So if you go with the cheapest cup turner, I estimate that you'll spend roughly around $102.91.
So for right around $100, give or take, you can try out this really fun hobby. If that's something that you're willing to invest in, I don't think that's too much. And the return that you're gonna get from it is way more. So if you're willing to put in the money, the time, the effort to try and make one of these or two of these or start up a little business, I definitely recommend it. It's been so much fun for me and definitely a way to bring in a little bit of extra income. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.